How we doing? Good. How's the weekend?
Amazing. Great.
Anybody do anything fun? Baseball games? Anything else? Well, I saw your donut pictures. Those look terrible. Oh my gosh. What else?
The aquarium.
Driving the what aquarium?
That lake one.
Oh, is it good?
Yeah, well, my daughter enjoyed it.
Okay, cool.
My kids love it.
Yeah? Well, you got the annual pass now.
We do have annual passes.
All right, not bad.
Yeah, if you're an America First member, it's 50% off.
The problem is the whole mall stinks like aquarium now. Every time I go, it smells like
It's not a very good
seaweed
mall
in
to
there.
begin with.
It's a terrible mall. All right, cool.
No, I've been hanging out at the mall. It's pretty awesome.
How's the shotgun?
What are you, 15?
Yeah, shotgun.
All right, today is May 30th. So workflows start when?
Thursday.
Thursday. Who's excited for workflows? Yes. Wow, that was really good. I was expecting, we'll do it. That was really good. Okay, I've been thinking about something the past few days. One of the most challenging things to being an achiever, right? We set a goal, we try to achieve something hard, difficult, something that is way out there, and you work and you work and you work and you work, and sometimes you don't always achieve it, right? And then you log on to Facebook and see all these people posting all their happy moments, right? Who likes social media? Who likes logging on and seeing everybody's successes all of the time when you're maybe not hitting your successes? Nobody likes that? Does everybody get angry sometimes? Right? Yeah? Daniel does? What's that? You don't know if they're true half the time?
Only go on Facebook purposely to look and see what barbecue things are being posted.
Barbecue.
Honestly, and then all the other crap is just filled in with it.
Yeah. So social media gets a bad rap, right? Because people just post the very best versions of themselves. And then a lot of people are claiming high depression rates because they go onto Facebook all the time and they see, look how successful they are, look how successful they are. Why don't I have all that happiness? And then they start to beat themselves up and feel that there's something wrong with themselves, right? And that's something that I felt before. And you don't mean to feel that way, but you get on and you're like, oh my gosh. There's one person in particular in my network that is uber successful on social media. Whether he is that way or not in real life, I don't know, right? But he's very, very successful on social media, and he posts everything like, look how wonderful this is. And it makes you kind of beat yourself up a little bit at times. It makes you get kind of a little despondent, right? So what I was thinking is being an entrepreneur or being an achiever or whatever it is a very competitive game. Who's competitive in here? Everybody's uber competitive? Jenna's not competitive.
Not at all.
Okay, I'm a really competitive person. You guys know this about me, right? Yeah. So sometimes I get in the race to achieve just to try and achieve more than somebody else. I don't mean to do that, but that's what I do, right? And over the weekend, I was trying to reevaluate my life and figure out how is that mentality serving me? And it's not serving me well at all, right? As I get onto Facebook and I get angry at people, not on purpose, but it just naturally happens. That doesn't serve me. That's not living in a beautiful state. That's living in a state of suffering or lack, okay? Right? And I thought, you know what would happen if I actually took just a minute and was happy for somebody else? You know? Unconditionally just happy for somebody else. They post a picture of their kid doing something, right, we're all posting pictures of our kids, right? But what if instead of just liking, you actually felt happy for that person because their kid learned to walk, right? Or you felt happy for them because their business took off. Or you feel happy for them because they are in Cancun for the 58th time this year, right? Some of those people they always travel, right? And you get a little jealous. But what if instead of being jealous, you were actually happy for them and you wrote them a message and said, you know what? Good for you. That is super cool. Good for you. And you took just a minute to get out of yourself and share some gratitude with people and some happiness with them. You ever tried that? Just spend a day just trying to be happy for other people. When they share success with you, instead of competing and going, or getting jealous, genuinely feeling happy for people. And how would that serve you as a human being, or as an entrepreneur, or as an accountant, or as an achiever? And that's something that I want to work on myself this week because, I've got a lot of things that I want to get better at. But most of the things on my list that I want to get better at they tend to be physical things, right? Pay off the house by a certain time, graduate college, learn a language, whatever. But instead, what if it was just, I want to spend today trying to be happy for other people? Okay? Do you have any thoughts about that? People are calling me. Any thoughts about that? Being happy for other people?
That actually happened to me this weekend. One of my Facebook friends has been like amping up to go to Hawaii with his family.
Okay?
And he's like ecstatic to be in Hawaii. And at first I was like, why are you so excited to go to Hawaii? Like, don't you ever want to go somewhere further? And then I realized that this guy never gets to take a vacation.
Okay.
Like, he's a single father with 2 kids. And I looked back and I was like, he never goes anywhere. So when he started posting pictures of Hawaii, I was like, this looks amazing.
Right.
At first I was like super judgmental about where he took a vacation. And then I realized like, no.
I think that'd be great going to Hawaii.
I've always had this weird thing that I've never wanted to go to Hawaii.
Really?
Until I saw his pictures. But
Okay.
I was like, why Hawaii? Because it's in the U.S., but it's not. It's a weird
amazing.
thing.
That's
But anyway, I honestly, for a second, I was like, how?
But naturally, you start to
I,
judge
like,
people.
judged him,
Yeah.
And then I realized, good for him. This
Yeah,
is
good for
probably
you.
His first vacation in years.
That's my favorite phrase actually. It's good for you. I love that. I love saying that to people and like actually meaning it. Good. Other thoughts?
That's something that kind of goes along that same lines. And my mom always taught me that if you're ever having a bad day, go do something nice for somebody else.
Yep.
And it kind of goes along the same lines of being happy for somebody else. But if you go out of your way to do something for somebody else,
Yeah.
not only the feeling, I mean, it's more about if you're having a bad day, what it will do for you. Just doing something for someone else, the feeling that will be created inside of you. And I think that kind of goes along the same lines. Is being able to be happy for somebody else is going to create a spark in yourself of just knowing you're being a good person. You're being a genuine, authentically good person.
Well, again, it's a state that serves you, right? So as you're happy for other people, you feel happiness.
Yep.
And you take that happiness into everything else that you're doing. But if you feel competitive or judgmental about other people, now you're taking that attitude into your daily work.
Yep.
And that's just not going to get you anywhere, right? Holly?
Well, you can't compare yourself to them. You don't know what's happening in their life, and you can't,
Right.
just take that into yourself and make yourself angry because you don't know.
Right.
So yeah, getting yourself out of your head and saying, you know what, awesome.
Just good
And
for
then
you.
they're looking at you doing the same thing. Damn that Eddie, look at him go. I mean, you never know where they're
Sure.
at.
That is so true. Because think about how many times we judge other people that are less than us. Like, oh my gosh, why can't you just get a job?
Yeah,
Why can't you
step
just
up.
do this? It's no different. That's a good point, Holly, because it's no different. Who am I to judge the successful person? I haven't walked in their shoes. I
Yeah.
haven't, you know what I mean? And that's
And their life could be a shit show underneath their
Yeah.
Facebook persona. So
Could be.
I just,
Yeah. Facebook personas
I know what my
are
shit
very
show
thin.
is, and I always think everybody's got a shit show.
Yeah.
Well, I
Pardon
think
my
it's
French.
I think it's interesting too because it's really easy to recognize good things out of tragedy,
Yep.
and I think that's one of the pieces that like when you look at all the people in your life, when you actually see what's going on, you're like, oh yeah, my life's great, or like you actually recognize like how blessed you are and all the different things. And it's super hard to do it when somebody's got something better than you, at least on the surface level piece.
Yeah.
You know, it's, oh, they got a brand new car. Oh, I wonder what the car payment is on that.
Yeah,
Like,
what's
you
a car
go down that
payment?
road
Yeah.
Instead of going down and being like, awesome, cool, they
Yeah,
finally got a
good for
vehicle
you.
that they love, and it's fantastic.
That's a great example, yeah. So I like Dan's example. I'm going to just say this again for the people on YouTube or whatever. But the concept of when somebody gets a new car and you have 2 choices. You can either think, what the freak? Like, you can't afford that. That's not in your budget. Like, I'm projecting on you. You should be making about this, and this is what you can afford, right? How dare you? It's audacious, right? And so you start taking this approach of like telling people how to live their lives. But what if instead you took the other approach, which is, you know what? Good for you. You've got a car that makes you happy, that you're proud of, that helps you in whatever way, and you're living your life. Like, good for you, you know? If you can't afford it, that's your own thing, but who am I to think about that, right? I'm just happy that you're happy. And that's the thing, like, I want to start spotting happiness more. Like, if somebody's happy, how do you bring that out of them? Don't shut it down, right? It's weird how we want to shut happiness down. It's really, really bad. Any other thoughts?
I think
Paul.
the worst feeling is when you're happy and then you don't see the other person value your happiness.
Yeah,
I think sometimes people put it out there on social media because they need that validation.
They need-
Oh, that's so awesome that you did this.
yeah.
Because sometimes they're around negativity in their life and they're trying to be happy, but if they don't receive that feedback,
Yep.
it might just shut them down. Like every time that I get something and I'm happy, something happens and then it goes away.
Yeah.
So that's also I think it's good to value other people's happiness because they might need that.
Yeah.
Continue to strive to be better
Yeah.
and happier in life.
Yeah.
I have another quick thought to
Yeah,
that
go ahead.
too. I just attended a conference where he encouraged, if you ever have a great idea or something that you're amazingly excited about, only go to those that you know without a doubt are going to be happy for you and support you. Never, ever, ever go to the person who is that person who tends to go, but what if this happens? But what if that happens? Don't even approach those people. Don't tell them your idea. Don't talk to them about it. You go to the people that you know you're going to get support from and will build your momentum in what you're doing.
Yeah, momentum's crucial. So this is the peer group that you surround yourself with, right? If you choose to be around people that are playing at a lower level than you, if they're dragging their feet, if they're angry, if they're bitter all of the time, that does rub off on you, right? And you can say good for you all that you want, but they're still going to be angry and bitter, and there's nothing that you can do about it. So it is important as well to choose a peer group that will elevate you and give you momentum.
Well,
Dan.
it's super interesting too because I think you have different references at different times in your life with those spaces too. Like, honestly, I'm not a very social person.
What?
Surprise. I think I'm pretty a bitter person as well a lot of the time. But we were hanging out with some friends over the weekend, and they're like, he went golfing with some of our other friends earlier in the day, and he's just like, I didn't even want to be there with them. Like, I just wanted to literally hang out with you and your wife and my wife. Like, that's what we wanted to do. Like, I was looking forward to that part of it. And it was like, it wasn't almost like, oh, Dan's super cool. It was like, no, like, we have a good connection. Like, and that being able to create that connection is super crucial. And having someone recognize that you feel the same way is just awesome to be able to have that bond.
Yep. Good. Any last thoughts about being happy for other people? No? All right, so this is your challenge today. So as somebody does something that makes them happy, or they share something on Facebook, or they confide in you about something in their life that's happening, or they buy a new car, my challenge to you today is to shut down the natural response of jealousy and you can't afford that kind of commentary in your head, and instead step back and feel pride for them and in them and of them. Smile and give them a hug and say, you know what, good for you. That is super, super cool. I'm really proud of you. Like, keep it up and keep the momentum up. And now you get to be that peer group that is building somebody else, and they're going to want to be around you more, and they're going to want to be elevated with you and elevate you at the same time. Okay, so that's your challenge. Try and do that at least once today and see how it serves you. Good stuff, guys. All right, people, why are we here today?
500 dreams in me!
Very good. Make it a good Tuesday.
I am super happy that you're allergic to marijuana.